Number 4. Stuttering before the completion of sentences. Like I said in the first top 13 mistakes list, I was diagnosed with autism, special needs. There are times where I want to speak fluently like a lot of people, but because of my special needs diagnosis, it's something that I've been having trouble doing. So I've been told to talk very slowly so that I'll be able to get the sentences in. And there have been times where I stuttered while trying to say sentences. Like in my top 13 Not My Cup of Tea videos, I stuttered while saying the number 1 Not My Cup of Tea VHS is Blue's Clues Magenta Comes Over. If you've seen why the Blue's Clues Magenta Comes Over VHS was doomed from the start 3-part miniseries, you all knew that this was coming. Another time I stuttered was, well, these next two are on the same episode. The next top 13 missed opportunities, while talking about the Chameleon TV event, yes, that again, and saying that 2 things in the same episode or special does not work. I started while trying to say, I apologize if you're mad at me. And again, I'm sorry for that, but it's something that I've been having trouble with. And another moment where I stuttered was when we got to the number 3 spot. The Rugrats should just stay away from Blue's Clues Missed Opportunity. That was number 3 because of, well, what I said before, that one spot taking up too many number 1 spots would just be unfair for others who want to take that spot. So I want to be fair and give other things a possible number 1 spot. It can't be for everyone because there is a list, but it's just for what I decide on it. And so I try my best to not stutter, but one way that I can not stutter and get my sentence in is to talk very, very, very slowly. I hope it works out. Number 3. Mentioning the UK episodes, leaving out the US episodes. At first I didn't want to put this on here, but then I looked back, saw the mistakes I made, tried to figure out which ones fit right to be on here, and then I was thinking about this one and went like, yep, I'm putting on here. In moments where I talk about segments that are originally from UK episodes, I get informed that I never mentioned that some of these segments also appeared in US episodes, whether it's the same one or different. And in this case, it's different. For example, when I mentioned the Lala's Rabbit Counting Book, in the UK version, it appeared in the episode Guessing Game. In the US version, it aired in Numbers 3. Whether it's version 1 or version 2, based on the look of it, I'd probably go with version 1. And on this case, the US version not only has this, it also has the falling down dance. And normally, when you see the rare close-up of the magic windmill, usually it leads to a magical event, like you would see it in the US version of Running, which I have on VHS called It's Time to Run Around, or the UK version of Walking in the Woods. Here, it leads to a TV event in Numbers 3, whether it's version 1 or version 2. And that was my first time seeing it that way. Another moment is Chinese New Year. Well, the UK episode, I mentioned the Tutors segment where one thing I liked about it was seeing Tinky Winky and Dipsy's tushy close up and Dipsy reaching out his hand like his hand's a green Pac-Man. I mentioned the Tutor segment from Chinese New Year. It also appeared in the US version of Samira's Gymnastics, which is also for a shorter way of calling the US version Gymnastics. Don't confuse that title of an episode with a UK episode that has that Lala's Ball segment from Favorite Things and the US version of Bubbles. At least I didn't leave that one out before I got reminded. Thank you very much. So those are for Gymnastics, and the last one I got is the full version of the Four Happy Teletubbies segment. I mentioned that this is from Gospel Singing. It's also in the US version of Looking for Rabbits, aka Rabbits in the US title. So, those are examples of segments that are in different episode titles in the US version compared to those in the UK version. And when I do a list like this very soon, I'll make sure to remember everything it was from, whether it's from the US version, UK version, or both. Got it? Got it.